Heavily armed and defiant, these Houthi fighters are leaving the vitally important port of Hodeidah. Under a UN-mediated agreement, they have 4 days to leave 3 ports, Hodeidah, Salif and Ras Isa, and the UN says so far the deal is going to plan. But Houthis say they are moving under a unilateral UN agreement, so coalition forces led by Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates should also move.
The agreement in Sweden actually stipulates that all forces must be withdrawn from Hodeidah completely. We have withdrawn our forces from the 3 ports. It's a partial withdrawal, and of course we'll continue adhering and implementing the Swedish agreement in full. We'll withdraw our ports from the Red Sea by 1 kilometer, and this will continue.
Some government ministers have accused the Houthis of faking a pullout and handing the port to some of its own fighters. But in a tweet, government negotiator Sadiq Dawaid acknowledged it was implementing the Stockholm Agreement. He wants clear timeframes for the UN to inspect ships, clear mines and remove military installations. Plans for the Houthi fighters to withdraw were brokered by a UN-led committee under the Stockholm Agreement, a pact established between the rival combatants last December. But after 2 similar agreements failed, the ceasefire deal was fragile. Sporadic fighting soon resumed in and around Hodeidah.
It's clear that this is a very fragile process. It's a difficult process, it's a complex one, and it's very fragile. What I think all humanitarians hope, what we expect, is that this is the first step in the road to ending this conflict.
Hodeidah is the main gateway for food and humanitarian aid, which is keeping millions of Yemenis alive. Fighting between rival factions has caused the world's worst humanitarian crisis, with more than 2/3 of the 28 million population in need of aid. The UN will assess on Tuesday whether the first redeployment is a success, but it's taken 5 months to kickstart the Hodeidah deal, and with the fighting continuing across Yemen, there's no clear plan on how the country will end the 4-year war. Burdon-Manley, Al Jazeera.